Hi, my name is Sierra Kornstrom. I am one of the program managers for the St. Cloud Hospital Dietetic Internship program, and I am going to be going through a presentation here to give you some more information about our program. The objectives for this presentation are that you will learn about the St. Cloud Hospital Dietetic Internship Program, or SCHDI for short, discover what we are looking for in an intern, and to learn how to apply to the SCHDI program. So about the St. Cloud Hospital Dietetic Internship Program. We are a relatively new program. We were first given partial accreditation from Ascend in 2016 and received our full accreditation status in August of 2020. We accept up to 16 full-time interns and up to 2 part-time interns. We have 2 concentrations, the MNT or Medical Nutrition Therapy concentration and the Community Nutrition concentration. Rotations occur mainly in the central Minnesota area. For spring match, the start time is in October and it runs through July, which is 9 months for the MNT concentration full-time. We do have an MNT concentration part-time track, which runs from October through the next December, which would be 14 months in length. There is also fall match for the community concentration, and that portion of the program runs from January through September, which is also 9 months, just like the MNT concentration full-time. The cost is $9,760 for the 2021 to 2022 group, and this is made in 2 payments for the spring match interns. For the fall match interns, this will occur in 1 payment that is due in January. The mission of our program is to fully prepare graduates to enter the field as competent, entry-level registered dietitian with an expertise in medical nutrition therapy or community nutrition who put the care of people above all in a manner that reflects the healing mission of Jesus. A little more about our different concentrations. So the first one being the MNT concentration. We accept up to 10 interns each year with this MNT concentration, 2 of which may be part-time. So far, most years we have accepted 8 full-time and 2 part-time interns in our MNT concentration. For MNT, we do only participate in spring match, and the rotations occur mainly at the St. Cloud Hospital and surrounding area. For the community nutrition concentration, we accept up to 6 interns total per year. There are no part-time positions for this concentration. We take up to 2 interns for spring match and up to 4 interns for fall match. The rotations are primarily with Catholic Charities in St. Cloud and other programs in the St. Cloud area. The MNT and food service rotations, however, are mainly at a regional location, and we will talk more about that a little bit later in this presentation. For those of you who are more of a visual learner, this is just a chart of what we just talked about. So just to reiterate, since it can be a bit confusing, the MNT concentration only has spring match option, and there are 10 full-time spots and 2 part-time spots available. The community concentration has the option of spring match and fall match, all of which are only for full-time. We have 2 spots for spring match and 4 spots for fall match. A little bit more about our part-time program. So as mentioned previously, this runs from October through the next December, so 14 months in length. Interns are present Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of most weeks, so that is 24 hours per week. This is only available for the MNT concentration. And really, it's ideal for those who need to work during the program or maybe have a family or really just any other special circumstance that making 40-hour supervised practice weeks challenging. So let's get into the rotations for the MNT concentration. So for medical nutrition therapy rotations within the MNT concentration, it consists of 20 out of the 38 weeks of the program. We have 1.5 weeks of MNT specific orientation. At the end, there are 4 weeks of staff relief. So most of the rotations take place at the St. Cloud Hospital. You can see listed the various units within the hospital that interns will have rotations in. Not every intern is able to spend time in each unit, but at least most of those units for each intern. And then on the right-hand column, there is a list of the clinics and long-term care sites that interns will rotate throughout CentraCare and Caris Health. Community nutrition is a 6-week long rotation. Interns generally have between 2 and 4 different sites within these 6 weeks. So most rotations or most sites within the community nutrition portion of the MNT concentration are 1 to 2 weeks in length. So for example, an intern might have 2 weeks with the Head Start program, 2 weeks with Coburn's Grocery, and then another 2 weeks with Feeling Good Minnesota. That's just an example of what the community nutrition rotations might look like. Food service management consists of 8 weeks out of the 38 weeks of the MNT concentration full-time program. 6 of those weeks are spent with Morrison Management at the St. Cloud Hospital with the food service dietitian. And the interns complete their theme meal during this time, which is one of the largest projects in the program. The remaining 2 weeks are spent at either a college, university, or K through 12 public school district. Some of our affiliations are listed below. During the food service portion of the program, interns are paired up. There's some exceptions, such as for the K through 12 school districts where interns work individually, but for the Morrison Management at the St. Cloud Hospital, as well as the college and university rotations, interns are paired up. Professional development is 1 week in length. Interns set up their own one-day shadow experiences anywhere in the U.S. And some examples of past intern choices are spending time with our eating disorder dietitian, private practice RDs, a prison RD, nutrition support, food corporations, fitness centers, sports teams. But really the list goes on. This is the time for interns to explore different areas within the field of nutrition and dietetics that they might not get to see in their rotations in the program. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about specifically the community nutrition concentration rotations. So community nutrition is obviously the focus of this concentration. Interns that are accepted into this concentration will spend 12 weeks specifically with Catholic Charities. And within this Catholic Charities organization, interns will work in community outreach, projects and initiatives, work with clients and businesses in many surrounding counties, including different cooking kitchens. They'll work with marketing, contacting businesses, and working with different service agencies, food shelves, churches, business leaders, Rotary clubs, and so on. So a lot of work going on within Catholic Charities. Interns are paired up during this rotation. The remaining 2 weeks of the community nutrition rotations take place at either WIC, Head Start, or some other public health corporation. Medical nutrition therapy rotations are 14 weeks in length, and they mainly occur at a smaller regional hospital. An example might be the hospital in Wilmer, Alexandria, or Little Falls. There will be some rotations at the St. Cloud Hospital, but primarily they will be not within the St. Cloud area. Food service rotations are 6 weeks long in total, and those will take place mainly in the same area as the MNT rotations. So 4 weeks will be spent at the hospital food service of whichever hospital that the intern completes most of their MNT rotations, and then 2 weeks of school food service at a local school of that regional hospital. Professional development is the same as the MNT concentration, in which it is about 1 week in length, and it allows for the intern to explore different areas within the field of nutrition and dietetics. So why should you choose the St. Cloud Hospital Dietetic Internship Program? Well, as you have learned, there's a lot of options. We have 2 tracks, the full-time track and the part-time track, and we have 2 concentrations, the MNT concentration and the community concentration. Interns spend time at the St. Cloud Hospital, which is a 489-bed hospital and part of CentraCare, which is one of the largest healthcare organizations in the state. Our preceptors are very experienced and very well qualified in their area. We have a far-reaching Catholic Charities program that has over 30 programs that it oversees and is involved in. Interns receive individual attention. There are 2 program managers. I am one of them. So again, my name is Sierra Quernstrom. I am the manager of the MNT concentration. We have another program manager, Kirsten Bingle, who is the manager of the community nutrition concentration. So we are able to devote special focus to the interns that are in their different concentrations. We have scheduled check-ins with the interns every month, but email, phone, or in-person communication is always available and encouraged in between these regular check-ins. We also provide some unique opportunities. Some of these have been on hold because of COVID, but moving forward, we are looking forward to re-implementing our culinary medicine class, where interns will work side by side with nursing students and residents to learn from a chef, a physician, and dietitians who will give various presentations on different chronic conditions and the role that nutrition plays within these conditions. They will then cook a meal together that incorporates concepts learned from the lecture portion of the class. This is an evening class that takes place over a 5 to 6 week time period in the winter. We also arrange for our interns to attend the Minnesota Academy of Nutrition and Dietetic Conference that occurs in the spring. We provide special observational experiences, such as the observation of bariatric surgery, generally the gastric sleeve placement, a coronary stent placement, a PEG placement, video speech therapy, and many more. Another thing unique about our program is that professional development week, where we give interns that extra time to look into areas that are of their own specific interest and individualize it. So a big question you might be having is how we are addressing COVID-19. So when it first became an ordeal in the United States, The dietitians at the St. Cloud Hospital started working from home. So that was March 2020 through March 2021. The 2019 to 2020 full-time dietetic interns did graduate on time, thanks to Ascend and their flexibility with the programs. They did have an online experience for the last 14 weeks of the program. The 2020 to 2021 interns started the program in October of 2020 with more than 50% of their experience being remote, but all within food service and community rotations. We did prioritize the MNT rotations for all interns to be in person, and they all started those at the same time. More than 50% in person starting January 2021. We have not yet started our community nutrition concentration. This is actually new for us. So our first interns that will be starting with the community nutrition concentration will be starting in October of 2021. So what are we looking for in our interns? Also, how to apply to the program. We'll cover both of those. So options for the applicant. Just to lay this out again, because again, it's a little complicated. So we do have a pre-select process for the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University students that are in their senior year. We have up to 4 openings annually, and this is just for spring match. The applications are due the second Monday in January. We participate in the National Spring Match, where we have up to 12 spots available, assuming no pre-select spots were filled. Although I should say we generally do fill at least a couple of these spots. So we have up to 10 MNT concentration spots for spring match, 2 of which of those may be part-time, and then up to 2 community concentration spots. These applications are due via DICAs February 15th. We have an application fee of $40 that needs to be mailed to one of the program managers. For National Fall Match, we have up to 4 spots available each year, and this is for the community concentration, due via DICAs on September 25th, and again, that application fee of $40. In order to be considered for a position within our program, the intern must have a bachelor's degree from a college or university with completion of an Ascend accredited didactic program in dietetics. We require a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.0. However, we do put special preference to having a DPD GPA of 3.0 or higher as well. We require a completed DICAs application, which includes 3 letters of recommendation, a resume, and transcripts. We require a completed supplemental application, which can be found on our website. This supplemental application shouldn't take more than a couple minutes to complete. It's just a simple form, but we do require it. And then again, that application fee. As far as characteristics of interns we accept into our program, the most important things we are looking for is a great communicator. This is a time in your life as an intern where you will be needing to communicate constantly, whether it be via email, written communication, over the phone, or in person with multiple different personalities and situations and levels of experience. So it is essential that interns are good at communication. We also need a self-starter, someone who really jumps at opportunities and makes their experiences their own. We really don't do hand-holding in this program. We want interns who are motivated and able to take on the role of an intern. We're looking for professionalism. We consider interns to be extensions of ourselves, and we therefore expect the interns to act in the same way. We interact with many healthcare professionals and non-healthcare professionals, and want to make sure that our interactions continue to be professional and respected. We're looking for someone enthusiastic in the field of nutrition and dietetics, someone who sees themselves doing this in the long term and has aspirations for finding their spot within the field. Finally, we're looking for someone who is detail oriented. There are a lot of little things to catch on throughout the program, especially in the MNT rotations. So we need someone that is able to see the big picture, but also be able to focus on the details when needed. For interns who we deem have met the minimum requirements and who we would like to further learn more about, we do offer an interview. So qualified applicants will be asked to complete an interview in March. The St. Cloud Hospital Dietetic Internship program uses a program called HireView for these interviews. I should say for the community nutrition concentration, these interviews will take place in October for the fall match. So HireView is a digital interviewing system, meaning that you will complete these interviews remotely. It is also not in real time. So there are a series of questions that are sent to you, and you will video record your answers using your laptop and webcam or mobile device, and then submit this back to us. It's convenient and easy. However, it might take a little getting used to, so the program does allow for you to submit a second try for each of the questions. After that, though, you are not allowed to retry, so keep that in mind. So if you do submit an application for our program, please just make sure you're watching your primary email for the HireView request, because you will be given a limited amount of time, usually about a week from the time the email is sent, to complete that interview. We have started a new policy where we will assess for prior learning. So if you have some extensive experience in either the field of food service or community, you might be eligible to have the length of your program reduced. So for example, if you have worked in a food service management position, you might be able to reduce your hospital food service experience by up to 4 weeks. So if this is something you are interested in, I would encourage you to see our program website for the more details on the policy. Keep in mind, this is something that would be submitted after being accepted into the program. For more information, I encourage you to go to our website first. So at www.centracare.com, enter the word dietetic into the search box, and you will be able to find our program page. You can always also either email either of the program managers. So for the MNT focus, it's me, Sierra Kornstrom, which is my email, kornstrom@centracare.com. Or for the community focus, Kirsten Bingle. Her email is binglek@centracare.com. I would encourage you, if you have any questions specifically after listening to this recording and looking through the website, to please contact myself or Kirsten, and we'd be happy to answer any more questions you may have. So thank you very much for listening in and for your interest in the program. I hope you had some questions answered, and I look forward to potentially hearing from you.